Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to a live stream. Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day. My day has been pretty good. We did not have to do anything today, so, that's always great. Let me know if the audio levels are okay. How's everybody's day going? I'll just start off by asking that. We are currently gliding on in here to Whittier to make a passenger stop here with number 9000, which is our GP9. Now, fair warning, there might be a little bit of cheating in of extra locomotives once we get to Bryson, which should be the next game day, I think. I'll turn the music down so you guys can hear Railroader and me. Oh, I was missing our station stop. There we go. Alrighty. So, how's everybody doing? Hope that everybody's doing well. Alright. There we go. And let's see what there is to do. Alright. He's not ready to head back to Conley Creek yet. We have our one steam locomotive here on the railroad. By the way, the Rochester Allegheny Southern is a railroad that I'm planning on bringing, like, into real life in the form of probably T-track N-scale modules. We'll see. That I can take around to different shows and stuff like that, so we'll see if that happens. But either way, I plan on trying to paint up some custom engines. Not exactly like this, but they will have the striping on the nose and all that good stuff. So that'll be interesting to see when that does actually happen. I do have a paint scheme and stuff like that designed up on Trainiac's drawings, so we'll once again see how that goes. So, yeah, and I'm also going to be trying to do some workbench, live at the workbench style streams once I get the proper equipment. Or figure out what I'm doing better with that. Over on the Model Railroad channel. So, sure to go follow that if you haven't already. It's Blacklick Valley Railroad on YouTube. Which will be both Blacklick Valley Railroad, because Blacklick Valley Railroad's my HO scale layout, and Rochester Allegheny and Southern is sort of, not saying that it won't come into HO scale, because it almost definitely will. In fact, I have a couple of ideas for engines, just because I kind of want to have them running around. Anyways, that's like completely unrelated to Railroader. So, let's continue here. Alright, so, yeah. I guess we're just going to run the 9,000 back to... Actually, what do you guys think? Should we run the 9,000 with another passenger run? I mean, there's a lot of passengers waiting, but should we just do that? Or should we run... Like, because there's not any freight that can really be moved right now. Or should we skip a little bit of time, do another passenger run, and then skip the day to tomorrow so we have... Well, even tomorrow we won't have actual... Like, in-game, tomorrow we won't have a lot of freight that we could really move. So... Yeah, it's really up to what you guys think is best. I mean, I could skip the day. I don't think it would hurt our reputation too bad. I mean, we've done a good bit of passengers today, but at some point we're going to need to get a fully dedicated passenger locomotive and all that stuff, which is probably very soon, and even more passenger cars. I do believe, yes, I do have the used locomotive mod. Yeah, I have F Springs, but actually, let me show you the map we're working with, because I kind of forgot to do that. Alright, obviously a map enhancer installed. This is a modded save. I mean, the engine sounds on this, if you can hear them, are mod. So is the horn. And the bell. No, the bell I don't think is, but the horn is for sure. Anyways, so once, like, stuff, as you can see, starts, like, it starts to get quite busy once we unlock the track from Ella to Bryson. Because you will unlock all the industries in Bryson, Scrapalacha, the TUFC facility, which we're going to be keeping that on a lower tier because I've heard that gets quite busy. Once you get to a certain point, it gets like really, really busy. Like, at a certain tier it does. I think it's like above tier 3, someone said. It gets like super busy. And we also have the F Springs interchange. I believe I have the cross traffic mod installed too, Legos cross traffic. So that'll give us some more stuff to do, I guess, as well, in addition to all the other chaos that is happening. So this portion of the railroad's about to get really busy, and then why is it showing the track down to... Yeah, once we buy the track down to... Green is the track that we own. Like the main line that we own. Once we get enough money saved up and we buy down into Silva and all that, we have an expanded interchange at Silva. We have the industries at Silva. We also have all this in here too, which is more TOFC, which, I mean, we may end up having to remove a mod or two eventually in this series. We'll just have to see how it goes. It's definitely, I mean, we have this modded industry here in Thomas Valley as well. It's going to lend itself to being quite the expansive expensive railroad, and also it's going to be quite the task to operate, so it's probably going to become a multiplayer save mainly, which will severely limit when I can stream and all that good stuff, because that means I'll need like multiple people to operate the railroad while doing a stream, so I can focus on like 1 or 2 trains. So while explaining that to you guys, I've came up with an idea in the back of my head. We are going to skip forward time a little bit, here. Couple hours. How many passengers do we have here? A few more. Are we ready to head back up the... Yep, we are. So we're gonna get 12 Nelson, whatever. We're gonna get hit 1200 to get him heading back up to L2. L2's up. Where's L2? L2's up here, right? That's L1. Yeah, this is L2. We haven't ran out of logs at L2 yet, have we? Because then we need to split the cars. Half to L1 and half to L3 until... Oh yeah, we've depleted a lot of the logs here, so... Well, we'll get him up here. We'll do one more train to L2 and we'll see how far it gets up there. Alright. So, 1200's on his way back up there. All these cars are good here, besides that one. Are any of the cars over in Whittier in need? Stencil's good. This car over here is good. Alright. And just an FYI, we are on tier 3 contracts right off of the bat, so that'll be interesting to operate, I guess. Alright. They're good. Are the cars... I could just look up Map Enhancer. 2 of the 3 cars are ready to go, which means after that's done, I'm pretty sure this is our 3rd set of cars to here. If I remember right, it's been a little while since I played this save. Then we'll have the bridge reconstructed and we'll be able to go to Bryson, so that'll add even more things to do to our already very expansive list. And by the way, I'm not expecting to get a ton of viewers this stream, mainly because I know there's at least one other railroader streamer, like railroader person streaming. So, and they're much more like popular in terms of like viewer base, so you know, not expecting a lot, but I mean, if you're here, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what you're seeing, although we haven't really done much. Anyways, where's my passengers growing? Alright. We'll get the cars. There we go. There we go. We'll get that window up there. Get all loaded up here. And we'll wait like 5 minutes or something. See if we can't get any more. There we go. Let's get as many passengers on this train as we can. Which, after this load, we're... Actually, no, we can squeeze a few more onto here. People on the train would not be very happy. There we go. Should be as many as we can hold. Then we're actually gonna go and dig out that car out of the sawmill at Whittier. Alright. Officially 11 o'clock. Just but like the day after we get Bryson and like all the industries in there, there's gonna be a lot more freight traffic, which means it's going to clog up the yard. I mean, I have an expanded yard in East Whittier, so it might not clog up the yard as much as I think it is, but it's gonna clog up a good bit of that yard, I have a feeling. So that'll be great. Yeah, 2 of the 3 cars ready to go back to interchange. Alright, we're gonna get 9,000 waypoint up to here so you can run around. We'll take care of him when he gets up there. Alright, so that's Ella taken care of. Let's go down here. He's on his way back up to L2, so we're gonna... I know this is mostly a diesel save, but we're going to go ahead and hop in the cab here of the number 20. Not what I wanted to do. Let's switch you. It's that car. Don't know why my graphics settings set so low on this game. Or it just seems like it's like rendering weird. We'll find out. Also, yeah, we have the historic freight equipment mod, which makes stuff look like it should. There we go. We dug that car out. Which I'm sure there'll be more done by the end of the day. I just don't want to run that passenger train like all I've been doing is running that passenger train mainly, so we're not. Oh, there we go. Making a little bit of money there. Have to go take care of him. Alright. Let's make sure. Cross ours. We'll take him to this one. Here we go. Gotta go take care of the 9,000 actually. Where is the guy? The 1200's up in Conley now. Alright. Let's go back down to Ella and deal with 9,000. Alright. Completely unloaded. We are going to run you around your consist here. Yeah, well, small this one. And we are going to run around the train and sort of get the... We're gonna skip ahead time a little bit again. Just so I'm trying to make as few trips as we can because it's wasting fuel and stuff like that. Alright, there we go. Trying not to make a ton of extra trips down to Ella that we don't need to make to maintain our reputation. Now I could get the mod that disables passenger service, which we might end up having to do eventually. It might become too much for one player to handle. rather use passenger service right now while we can, because that means we could get money boost because we could sell our passenger equipment. So mostly diesel playthrough, so we're gonna have to spawn in some engines because we obviously can't afford more diesels. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let's pull up here. Alright. Alright. Let's... Okay, we got a lot of room on this trade. And... yeah, there we go. And that's... just letting this train get a little fuller so we're making a lot less trips between Whittier and Ella. So gonna have to get dedicated locomotives and dedicated cars if we're gonna take passenger service more seriously. Be nice if we got the expansion to Bryson during the daytime. Alright, there we go. Let's do 15 minutes. 15 minutes at a time. No, those cars aren't ready to head back down yet. So, just waiting for this to empty, then we'll be good to go. enough. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough room on this train to take all of them, I don't think. Actually, it might. But this will be the last, like, skip and wait period that we can have for a while. Before then, oh, yeah, we might. We might wait just a bit longer because that's almost empty. And like I said, if we can get the expansion during the day, that'll unlock the industries down here. That means we can, you know, yeah, we have the Governor's Island grain elevator and stuff like that, which that'll be, I'm sure that'll be fun to, like, sort out, because there'll probably be a switcher out of, like, Bryson that takes care of that. I don't know. I might have a local that just works this entire section of railroad and have a switcher in Bryson, because Bryson, well, the TFC facility, according to some people, might need a switcher of its own too, or a couple of engines. But if we're doing interchange to interchange TFC service, because we won't have captive traffic really until later, I guess, but we'll have App Springs, so we'll have two interchanges. We'll have the interchange at Whittier and the interchange at App Springs. So I guess it depends on where the game routes the cars. Like the Bryson cars, I think I'm going to have get routed to Ep Springs, because Ep Springs is going to be the one with a lot more stuff. Oh yeah, these cars are chock full, so yeah, and down here, yeah, we're gonna have to make another trip. Like up here, I don't want to keep these people waiting too long, because there's probably now more down here as well. Oh yeah, there's like 40 people waiting. Might need another passenger car. Alright. We'll wait a bit, and then we'll, on our next trip up there, we'll grab those cars, and we should be good. Oh, and these two cars are ready to go to the interchange too, so wow. Passengers are gonna like me slamming on that, so we're gonna waypoint him and get those two cars. Put the switcher engine and take those back into Whittier. Alright. Now that car's in Whittier, ready to go. Make sure, yeah, that car's good to go. But then those three will be back as well, so yeah. Okay, looks like a few of the cars up at Conley are almost ready to come back. Like, they're ready to come back down the mountain. Alright, so that means we need to lock in here a little bit. And we need to... We're gonna not send those cars to buy parts, because they're both like 50-ton box cars, and we can't afford that, like, literally right now. Alright. Let's get you control T back down to here. Alright, there we go. 1,000's on its way back down there. Let's get back on the 20. Because these cars, yeah, these cars are ready to go. And this one, he has a while. Alright. Yeah. Because I'm feeling lazy, we're just gonna... I know some people aren't gonna be real happy, but we're just gonna run simplified controls. That's how I get up over... I'm not skillful enough to master the controls of getting a train up over, like... Where do you call it? master getting a train up over red marble and stuff like that. So when I'm gonna save that hasset, I usually just put on simplify and just put on full throttle. I have gotten trains up over red marble using non-simplified though, but yeah, I just much rather. Makes it a lot easier, a lot more simplified for just doing stuff like that. Oh, I kind of forgot I had that. I'm an idiot. I could have just drug those. That's probably why that's there. So you can just drag the cars from the sawmill. Like, or you can. So you can just switch the sawmill without having to go onto the main line and mess with that stuff. So you can be switching cars out of the interchange track for other trains and still be able to access that. So that'll make it a lot easier. The yards are designed for a reason. This is a mod that's very helpful. I've heard, especially once you get into the higher tiers of the sawmill. Okay, so alright. Alright. There we go. On this track, and honestly, we'll just, since we're already on this side, we're just gonna condense this down to one track if we can. Oh, he arrived at Whittier. So 9,000's in Whittier now. Here's our, like, there's so many mods I keep forgetting to mention that we do have in this save. I think we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna just pull these all out and put them on the track one. Do the same thing with, what do you call it? Passenger train. Well, not the passenger train, but you know what I mean. We'll do the same thing with the cars that'll be coming in on the next passenger run. Oh, we're gonna derail. Surprisingly not. runs them all down that track. There we go. Can use the dedicated switching track for the yard. Not that one. Right, there you go. $108 per trips. Not that bad. Pressure set for you. There we go. Alright. There we go. Yeah, because we know why when he gets back here. Okay, if we pull back a little bit, we should be able to just reverse. Sure, if we throw him around the Y. Alright. We'll pull these cars back a little bit. There we go. And we will do that. We point you back to the engine shed. There we go. Rotor say I can figure that out. I need to go use the restroom, so I will be right back. Oh, get that music going for you guys. get that turned down there. So it's not overpowering my mic or railroader very much. Alright. Perfect. 20 is back in the shed, kinda. So it did what I wanted it to do. 9,000 is back at Whittier. We need to Y the 9,000. How's Conley Creek looking? 2 out of the, like, 8 cars are ready to go. Alright. There we go. You're on man. There we go. There you go. We're gonna give you some throttle. Alright, there we go. We're gonna wire the entire train here. Alright, there we go. Back, and then where am I be? Yeah, more cars. There we go. Almost ready to go. How many people are there? Yeah, we haven't. You can wait a little bit there. Alright. Alright. Alright, so we have all the cars in there. We're gonna skip forward an hour. Oh, the repair track. All those cars are ready to go back. If I remember right, that is phase 3 of 3. Oh. No. Well. Yeah, we might not get to the expansion this video because that's only phase 1 of 3. I could have swore we were a lot further than that. Well, the stream title might be a lie. Alright. Whoa. All cars up here ready to come back. No. Oh, skip forward another hour. Are we all logs up at L2? Because that's what I suspect is happening up there right now. Literally cannot service that industry. Springs. What are we doing? Where's railroad locations? Colony Creek. Okay. Oh yeah, L2's out, so we need to go up there, split that consist. That's what I thought we were gonna have to do. Let's go ahead and go up there and do that right now. Alright. So half of these cars are ready to go back down there. Alright. So enough to fill up half these cars, so we need to select not what I asked you to do in manual mode. Thank you. There we go. All right. We need to load cars at Colony Creek L1. So you to L1, then we'll have the other cars down at actually no, L3. It's like a wheel. Creek L3. There we go. And L3 is the one that's up there, right? Yeah, I did do it correctly. So we'll get some stuff here. Some stuff anal. Yeah, we gotta run around because L3 is right here, so we well, you're on the siding, shove up here. Then we need to run around, and because L3 is this track right here, if I remember right. That's L3. Then we'll just leave these attached to the ones at L3. Until these carts are done getting loaded up at L3. And then we'll bring all of them down before we cycle the day. Really thought we were going to get the first. I mean, if I stream for a little bit longer than I initially intended on doing, we could potentially get the tracks to Bryson unlocked, but we'll see. Alright, there we go. Another thing we're gonna have to look at expanding eventually is log service. Alright. They're taken care of up there. Alright. We're ready to go down here too. There we go. Should be 45-mile-an-hour railroading, if I remember right. So that's what we're going to try to do. Besides this one curve up here. Alright. Obviously, it's commuter service, so we want to be as quick as we can. Start slowing it down here after this curve. Where the Alla isn't really that far. .45. do have to slow down for these curves here. Quite sharp. Doesn't matter, we're gonna have to stop up here at Ella anyways. Alright, there we go. Stopped here. There you go. There we go. Car's empty. There we go. Working in more money. Alright. Let's operations. Passenger. Alright, there we go. Let those fill up. You're not ready to go. I don't think you will be until like it's pretty much time to cycle the day. You're ready to go. Alrighty, so they're ready to go. Keep forgetting I have map enhancer so I can just look and see where cars are, what cars need. Put the interchange. Alright. Those cars are ready to go. None of these are ready to go up here. Oh, can you click on here and... Yeah. Click on here and select cars. Oh. I didn't know that. It's useful. See, by playing Railroader, by like actually playing the game, I'm learning all kinds of stuff. It's great. Alright. Alright, we're gonna... Okay. Start timer, the waypoint. That's good for RA&S R20. There we go. We're gonna wait an hour. Okay. Wait an hour and then we're ready to go. Wait an hour. Alright. Apparently we can get more, so. Okay, now we're at sunset. We won't be able to take all of those people, but we'll be able to take a good few of them. Alright. Once our cars are all filled up, we'll go ahead and, yeah. Not gonna be able to take all of them. There's still gonna be 30 people waiting here, but we aren't gonna do that. We're gonna get the cars down from from the 2 different locations, and then we're gonna cycle the day. Alright, let's get all these cars back to, let's get all these cars back to Whittier. Alright. Here's this car ready to go. Yeah, I'll be ready to go tomorrow morning probably, but alright. Oh, shit. Let's do that. Let's waypoint you right there. Let's do that so you don't get. Now you don't stop. Let's go up to 1200. We need to run. There we go. Alright. There we go. Come on. I can brake. Yeah, well, guess that feature just doesn't fucking work. Sorry about that. No, I didn't mean to say that, my bad. There we go. Alright, switch is realigned. We're good. Rewind. There we go. Where are you at? Oh, you're coming. You're coming into Whittier now. All right. 9,000's coming into Whittier, so we'll be fine. Nothing's going into Whittier. Alrighty, pick these cars up. There you go. Right, we're gonna get you waypointed back down to right down here to the sawmill. And we're gonna get the 9,000 sorted out here. So before he gets down here, there you go. Come on, get off. I want to be able to fly the train. How many people are at the station? Holy crap, 89 passengers, but we are not going to be able to do that. We are filling up our entire train. All the passenger runs. Alright. No, let's get you switched. You're alright, good to go. Let's get you. Oh shoot. Gotta get you moving before the 1200 gets back down here. Oh, that's Bryson. You don't want to go there yet. And this goal of this stream was to get to Bryson, but I do not think we are going to be doing that. We'll just get you all lined up. No. He shouldn't be too far up there either, so make sure we get the 9,000 out of the way. Then we'll have to separate the passenger cars. And we should be ready to go. Once we get that all sorted out. Here we go. Alright. So the 1200 should be like right there pretty much. Shit. Switches are okay. The switches are rated for decent speed. I thought I was gonna derail there. All right. There we go. Once he gets down here, we can cycle the day. Alrighty. Ready to skip day. Recycle the day, rather. Alright. I do need to go do something real quick again, so I will be right back. Again, another quick break. Alrighty, everyone, I am back. Time to cycle the day here. There we go. It has been cycled. This is a time to save. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, boy. We have a lot of cars. A lot of them are sawmill cars. Got a stencil car. Alright, so all this stuff on the rear is stuff that needs to head out on the train towards Ella. So we're gonna go ahead and start today by getting the logging stuff going. We have $12,000 now. Let's see, we are now on milestones. We are now on phase 2 or 3 of the Ella bridge repair. So turns out we will not be going to Bryson in this stream. However, I plan to have it hopefully ready to go by the next stream. Alright. Need to get the waybills assigned to the other cars. Never got to do that. Those cars will go to L3 and the other. These 4 will go to L3 and the other 4 will go to L1. Because L2's out of logs. Actually, I didn't need to do all that. You need to separate them so it can... Whoops. We'll do that. Alright. Load logs at L1. Nothing there. 3 others. Second waybill. There we go. They're all to L1 now. Now let's get the logs started to log train started to move here. No cars that Whittier needs switched yet. Besides that one. I'm talking about Whittier proper. Ella, the car at Ella doesn't need it yet. I'm sorry guys, I thought we were a lot closer to... thought I played this game more on the save than I had. Whoops. you up to L1. There you go. 9,000. Let's get the number. Let's get that number 20 moving here. All right, there you go. Number 20 moving here. Up with the AI was not as dumb as rocks and would realize what I want it to do. Alright, there we go. We'll just go on the other end here and we'll just get the cars dug out. Getting these cars sorted out for gotta separate this bottom and then that train heading out to Hollow will be ready to go. Once I get all these cars sorted out. I'll get these cars sorted and then we'll call it on the stream. Once I get these cars sorted. All right. Shove it on to the end moving. There's some switching to do once he gets to Hello. Good. We should be fine. Oh, needs you to check. It will be fine. That little pocket's super handy. Let's shift that. Then we can separate the stuff for the There we go. Oh, couple. There we go. All right. Let's get the 9,000. Oh, waypointed up to Ella. Alright, bam. We'll get you into here so you can start working. Alright, you going as fast as it let you go. Alright. Let me get these cars set up again. Passenger. Oh, forgot to order another car. We'll get another car on our next run. Because, yeah, we have a ton of passengers. It'll be especially important to have more passenger cars once we get, like, to Bryson or wherever. To Bryson. Unlocked. Alright. We'll get RA&S. We'll get you. Yeah, we'll start sorting out these cars. Going. Let's get. There's a. Oh, these will stand perfect. It's where the other cars are, so we need to separate. We're gonna get all these cars that aren't to the sawmill. These two cars separated. Alright, there we go. 1200 arrived at this waypoint, which means we need to go deal with 1200 real quick. Alright. So that tells me you're ready to go. Whoops. You decoupled the wrong one. Yeah, decoupled the wrong one. Alright, there we go. Let's get you up to there we go. You up to there. Let's get. No, we wanted 20. 20, which is up here. Alright. Let's get these two separated out. So all of these are, yeah, all these are Whittier Sawmill. Alright, we'll get that. Where are we gonna put you? We'll do this so we'll just shove you onto onto this track, so I can run around you and the other car. Actually, mark it there because I'm on. Go with the sawmill first, so mark it there so we can. Yeah, that was the right track. Alright, there we go. Oh, great. Now I gotta reverse. Alright. Move this and get the change traffic out of the tunnel first. Car in this console, I think. All right. Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot you can access that from the yard ladder. We don't want to interchange these though, so we're going to just shove these further back. Oh. That's in the location which it needs to be in anyways. Okay. Let's get you. Alright. Oh. Uh-oh. We'll just get that. Alright, that's taken care of. Why the hell are you going onto that track? Could've swore I had it set to where it auto reset switch. Well, apparently I don't, so either that or I did that. I don't remember. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I have to take care of 1200 again. We will get that boxcar up to here. Alright. And then we'll go do a 1200. Get this stencil boxcar put in there. Come back, do the other stuff, and then we're gonna call it on the stream, I think. Hopefully that'll give you guys a stream, because I've been slacking on doing that. Yeah, 9000's also an Ella now, so guess we gotta go do with them. Alright, get the logs. Alright, let's select you. Oh, no bell sound. That's interesting. Yeah. Switched. All right. Switches. There you go. Line down the right track. Get these cars shoved in L2 or L3. And then we will be ready to wrap it up here once we get, I don't know, we might not get to the what do you call it tonight, getting the cars swapped out at the sawmill, but we'll see how I feel here and after getting all these cars sorted out. But it's also 9:45, so God, I really wake up tomorrow, so I should be thinking about getting off. There we go. Oh, I'm just taken care of. Right now, 20's down here. We need to go deal with 9,000 right now. Get Ellis switched out. Then once we get him waiting, we'll switch out the cars at Stencil and, get the cars down. Oh, my bad. I was like pretty far back from the microphone there, and I didn't realize it. So, okay, yeah, pretty good placement of the train actually. Could go forward a bit, but your car could get by on that road if they had to. All right. Okay. So let's get run around the train. We'll start sorting this out. I think I know how to do this. dig all these. We're gonna take all these cars and we're gonna shove them into this siding. Then we're going to get down the cars that we need. And one goes to the farm supply, one goes to the house track. Both are switches facing in the same direction. So what we're going to do, I'm sure this is probably not the most efficient way to do this, but it's my railroad. Okay. Shove it into those. Right. So we're gonna do is we're gonna take this car out on the front. Cars out. Alright, let's shove these cars back. Shove all these cars back and up to the bumper here. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, there we go. Brakes. A couple of those. Okay. House tracks on the rear. Perfect. That's what I wanted. these cars switched here. Alright. Is this going to the Ella farm track? Alright. Shoot. Yep. Zero. How far down is your condition going? What? Okay, I must have some turned off. I don't know. Way faster than I wanted a couple of those cars, but we'll get you out of here. Alright. You're all sorted out. We need to get you. We point down the Whittier. Well, actually, we're gonna hold you up at Ella for a while. Well, pull-up point be like right there. Alright. back to 20, finally. Where we need to... It looks like there's oh, we don't need to run around the cars at all. Again, this is what happens when you get distracted by other trains. We need to pull forward and shove back. That sensor car isn't ready to go. Alright. The tree's getting held up in Ella, so yeah, we could just reverse there, but honestly, might as well just go to the other end. Deciding we'll grab that car for him in the interchange, and then we will put the cars into the sawmill, and then that's it. We're calling it a stream once we get the cars into the sawmill. we're just going to view. Why is it? Oh, you're in the wrong stencil track. Didn't realize that until now. Well, I'll deal with that with the 9,000, I guess. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that like next time I'm on, I guess. I'm not stopping. I easily could stop, go, and move that car. I'm not gonna do that right now. We'll just get this. We're just gonna get this car to the interchange, and then I'm gonna end the stream because already went over by like a half hour. By the time we get into the yard and stuff, yeah, we've gone over like the time I estimated for the stream to be like by a while. So I do have stuff that I do need to do, so I will be skedaddling pretty good here. Alright, either way in East Whittier. Nothing up here. Alright, there you go. Alright. Sounds like the playlist is at its end again, but oh, no bother with that. There we go, we're gonna make that the interchange track there. There we go. Alrighty, everyone. That is. I know I said I was going to switch out the sawmill cars and put them in their proper spot, but I just realized what time it is, and I do have a couple of things I need to do real quick. So, with that said, I would like to thank you guys for watching the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you stay notified whenever I upload a video and a video live stream, stuff like that. If you're watching the video afterwards, like the stream afterwards on replay, congratulations, you made it this far. Hopefully, I realize that streams without friends are extremely boring, so congratulations if you made it this far. And if you enjoyed the stream, do the same thing. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. More streams to come. Hopefully, I'm probably going to start doing more model railroading centric content here soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. I might use a separate channel for the model train stuff. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next live stream / video or whatever. Anyways, tired. I'll see you guys. Have a great rest of your evening.